Okay, I'm just going to show you how I made my compost bin. All from timber, some galvanized, okay, for the roof. Basically, I made the outside first, 3 pallets, one on the side, one on the back, and one on the other side. I cut some small lengths of 2x1s and screwed them in to secure each pallet to each other. Same one on the far corner there, you can see it. And then to hold the whole lot in place, I used some 3-inch round stakes. 1, 2, 3, and one in the back corner. I screwed those then into the pallets to keep the whole thing secure. So it's very, very secure, very solid. You don't want it moving. So once you have those 3 sides in place, you're ready then to construct the front. And you can see here I have a division in the middle of it, so I'll explain that in just a few moments. So basically what I wanted to do here was to create 2 chambers. So as I'm filling up one, I will mix it up by fork and turn it into the second one, so I can get down through it and get the whole thing turned over. I find that much easier than trying to mix it all into one chamber, having to try and get down to the bottom of it, mix it all up. So it's much easier to have 2 chambers, turn one into the other and back and forth as you need. So I'll just deconstruct it here and I'll put it together then after, and I'll show you how I did it. So the front here, these are all lets. I think they're 7x1s, but they could be 6x1s, 7, 8, 9x1s, whatever you have. So I'll just take those off one by one and I'll just leave them over here at the side. Now you can see what's going on here. What I did first was to create the middle division. I first put in 2 2x2s here in the very centre, leaving enough space to take the lat in the middle. Don't have it too tight, just because you'll be removing these, so just give it enough tolerance that you'll be able to move it, take it in and out. See, there's plenty play. So on this side then, very same thing, 2 2x2s, the gap in the middle again. And to create the stop on the outside then, I used a bit of it's probably 6x1 or whatever you have really, just to put the stop the centerpieces from coming forward. The trick with this part is you just need to leave it slightly back from the front edge of the pallets, because as you see here, you need these to come in front. So just leave it back, I think maybe leave it back about an inch, just to leave space for these lats here on the very front. So again, the back 2 here, the front 2 here, and I cut all these pieces then in the middle to fit. So there's whatever amount of pieces to come up to the top, 5, 6, 7, whatever sizes you have yourselves, just bring it up near the top, okay? Here in the front then, the top pieces that I have removed already, they were full lengths across. The bottom pieces here, you'll see I have them cut into half lengths. You can go the whole way up with half lengths, but definitely keep the bottom in halves, because why you need the bottom in halves is because as you're transferring the compost from one chamber to the other chamber, all you need to do is, as you go down through it, pick up one and drop it into the other side to hold it in. So as you empty one, you're filling the other one. So I'll just move back a small bit there so you can see what's going on. You see? So I'm going to get a fork there now shortly, and I'm going to start moving it from the left hand side into the right hand side. So as I go down through it, I'll remove the half cuts and build up the far side. So I'll start doing that there now, and you just see how it works. I should also say that if you're going the whole way up with half lets up to the top here, you need the stopper here. Obviously you'll need this stopper then up to the top full height as well. But as my top lats are full lengths, they're held here and here. So you can see here what I've done. I've put a 2x1 here. The dog here now is just Maxie, out. Good dog, out. Come on, good dog, out. Good dog. He was only trying to help. He's okay. Good dog. So a 2x1 here again, and a 4x2 here on the outside to create the same gap for the lats. So good and solid here again, screwed in with outdoor screws, well secured, and on the bottom also. So what I have done here already now, I've been building up this compost, I suppose, for the best part of 10 months now, and I have basically all my household waste, as in food, anything you can put in, cabbages, bread, eggshells, anything at all like that from the house into your compost. I also have been gathering leaves, autumn leaves gathered are very, very rich when they break down, very rich in humus. So I have, see here, I have gone out the road and I have I've gathered some leaves underneath big beech trees. Now I have 2 or 3 of those pots or bins, whatever you like to call them. I have those put in already to aid and speed up the breakdown of the food. What I've also put in there recently, I don't know if you can see it there now, I've just put in a fork of well rotted garden or farmyard manure on both sides there, because it was teeming with worms, with earthworms, and the compost itself, it was lacking just the worms to start the breakdown process. So I just put in those 2 forks of farmyard manure to introduce the worms and get the breakdown of the compost and of the food, just to help it on and to speed it up. So I'm just going to leave down the camera here and just start mixing the compost, and I don't know if you'll be able to hear me or not, but at least you'll still see what I'm doing and you'll see what I'm at, okay? My fork. Where is my fork? Okay, I must get up here for my fork. Okay, sorry about that. Now here, I'm going to start forking this into this chamber, like so. So just before I finish it all, you see there now it's some nice stuff starting to break down there. It normally takes about 12 months to get any kind of decent compost, depending on what you're adding to it, and I suppose how well you're mixing it and looking after it like that. But typically you're definitely waiting a minimum of 12 months before you can use it back in the garden. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw in these bins of leaf litter and get it all mixed up again and see how we look. See, it's really filling up there. I'm just going to throw out that because it's just the real core of a head of cabbage, and it's probably just going to take a bit longer to break down, so I'm just going to throw that to one side. And here then you see when you get right down then to the bottom, you just simply keep removing the boards until you get right down, like so. Get it back there, and just keep firing in the rest. Getting quite full now, but it's getting quite full. But you'll be surprised after a few weeks, once it starts to break down, there will be more and more room become available. So you can see it's quite full there already, so there's a small bit left over, and I still have this bin of leaf litter here still to go in, but that's okay. I can still throw it in the bottom of this one and top it up in a few weeks when this side the level starts to drop a bit. I might get another bit in there once I close off the top of it. So I'll just put back in the boards and you'll just see how the whole thing comes together again. So we have our short ones again on the bottom. I'll just have to push this one back a bit. I think he's actually belonged to this side. Yep. So get him down there first, and then we go with our second one and our third one, like that. Okay, and then we just close it off on the top with the 3 longer ones. Like so, and one for the top. So you can see there how the different timbers they work to make it easier to work both sides of the chamber. I suppose to put the whole thing together, I guess it probably took maybe about 2 hours, give or take. So basically, you can use really anything you have lying around. I had the pallets. I just had to go and get a few lengths of the what did I say there were? 8x1s, 7x1s. Just a few lengths of those and cut them to size. But I find, like I said earlier, that the division in the middle is very, very beneficial for when you're trying to when you're trying to mix it up. Just makes it very, very easy to get around it. So just to finish off the top, then I have some sheets of galvanized, like so. And this one here goes like so. And you probably can't see it there, but I have a small drop left from right to left towards the ditch, maybe about an inch to an inch and a half, just for the rainwater to run off and fall back into the ditch. So that's about it. You can put just a brick, or I have another. Where is it? There now. Oh yeah, it's there where I had the camera. Just put the timber and a brick on the top to stop blowing away in the wind. So that's it. I hope you have fun trying to put it together. See how you go. Get some nice compost going. Every garden likes some compost. That's the rest of my garden. I have 5 beds. Been working on it there for the last week or so since the new year. Just getting it, the very beginning of the preparation work, so that once February, March especially comes in, we'll be ready to crack on and hopefully start our planting. So I'll cover the planting and the beds in more detail when the time comes. So thanks for watching, and talk to you later.